Who wants to say hi to everybody? Bebes? Bebes 1? Oh, Bebes number 2. Say hello. Say hello, Kappa. Say hello. Say hello to the camera. Oh, you like the camera? Apollo, come here. It's your turn. Come here, Bebes. And the big boy himself, Mr. Apollo. Is your baby brother trying to eat your tail right now? Yes, he is. I'm gonna let you free, okay? Run! Run like the wind! Oh, cat hair everywhere. Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is your local problematic Leo, and I'm sorry I have been gone for so long. Unfortunately, real life did take over for a bit there. Work has been absolutely crazy. I've gotten a whole bunch of plants, a new cat that likes to destroy said plants, so it's been a little bit of a wreck left, right, and center. You want to say hi one more time? Say hi one more time. Oh, I love you. Move. However, Color CL has brought me out of retirement by releasing a new collection that I am definitely very, very late for. Kind of, sort of, I don't know. They did this weird staggered release where there's like pre-orders and then they release one style and then there's another style that's gonna go on pre-order. Listen, you'll find it on the site. I'll link it down below. Just keeps bringing back the foil ball. Like he wants to play fetch or something. Go. Now, as channel tradition dictates, I'm gonna go ahead and read you the stats while I show off my naked brown eyes. So the diameter is 14.2 millimeters, while the base curve is 8.6 millimeters. Each lens will last you 6 months apiece, and they are available in prescription at no additional cost. Now, the base price for these lenses are $20 a pair. However, if you do manage to get them during pre-order, they are only $15, which means I'm very sorry for getting this video out late. However, you can use code ROB10 to get 10% off of your order. Are we doing this now? Oh, this is fantastic. I'm gonna assume that you can hear that. Is there also beeping happening at the same time? But why? But why now at this point? Everything was going so well. We're gonna take a break. Okay, so this is about the point in the video where I like to talk about lens construction. However, since we're going to be talking about 3 different styles of lenses, I figure we'll just save that as we touch on each of the different styles. But before we do, I did want to go ahead and talk about the new construction or the new style, the way that the lenses are made, because the ultra moists are supposed to be more breathable and more hydrated. And if I'm going to be completely honest with you, I actually love this formulation, construction thing that we've got going on. So I actually went ahead and tested them for a while at work, and I found that, you know, if I'm using my normal lenses, usually during my lunch break I like to do a little, you know, like redness lessening drop, and then I like to do a little bit of moisture drop, and then, you know, for the rest of the day I'm good. However, I went ahead and put these through their paces, and what I found with the ultra moist lenses is I actually didn't need to re-wet them at all during the entire day, and they still felt comfortable. Now, to some people that could actually make a huge difference, mainly due to accessibility, because I don't know what your schedule looks like, or if you don't have time to put in drops, or even have the ability to carry drops on you. I don't know what y'all do for work. I'm just putting it out there in the universe. But for me, I do have the time, and I don't really find it too big a deal to have eye drops on to like re-wet and to lessen redness, you know, just to refresh everything. So basically what I think I'm trying to say is, while I do love the new construction variation style of lenses that they've got going on, I think I will always choose the aesthetics before I choose the variant. Mainly because of the fact that Color CL already has a really great base construction for their lenses, and while yes, maybe you do have to put in a drop in the middle of the day or something just to keep everything going, I don't really find it too much of a hassle to pair that with my like absolute favorite lenses. However, I will say, if you do see a style in these lenses that you like, listen, you don't gotta like wet them throughout the day, or at least that was my experience. Okay, so kicking things off in the Ultra Moist collection, we have the Masterpiece Edition Almond Blossom. This is kind of like the standalone one that they have at the moment. I'm sure that they're going to be adding more in the future. Now, when it comes down to the construction, it's like striation upon striation upon striation. This thing has the most coverage because it's got a lot of different layers of color in there. So you'll see a little bit of a limbo ring, which blends into, I think, like 2 or 3 layers of striation, and then a little bit of like warmth in the middle. It's a very, very strong blue, and as many of you guys know, blue isn't necessarily my favorite color on me, but if you guys are looking for a little bit more of a solid blue tone with a lot of different layers to kind of give it some dimension, but kind of blend back into a little bit of warmth in the middle, this is definitely going to be the lens for you. The other thing that I want to mention about the Masterpiece Edition is that they are a little bit tighter in the pupil hole. So they're like 4 millimeters as opposed to 5 millimeters, which the rest of the Signature series has. So if you're looking for something with a tighter pupil, this is going to be the one that you want to turn to. However, for anybody who experiences any kind of like blurriness with even the standard ones, I would stay away from these because you can definitely tell that the pupil holes are a little bit tighter, but you know, some people just like them some tight holes. Okay, so moving along to the first style in the Signature collection, I have to admit these ones are my absolute favorite. Instead of the standard kind of like liney striations, these ones have those really natural like Y's and V's that occur in the eye, and because of the fact that they shift in opacity, it kind of brings some light and life into them. Oh, I absolutely love these. These do have a little bit of a limbal ring, and in the specific shade that I'm wearing right now, which is Santa Cruz, it actually starts off with a darker limbal ring that blends into kind of like an emeraldy green and then shifts into a more olive green. Now that's just upon initial application. I do have to admit, when I wear these for a little bit longer and I take them out into different lights, I do notice that sometimes they can look a little emerald, and y'all know I don't really love an emerald like eye color. Hey, that is not your food, get away from his food. Sorry, my cats like to try to eat each other's foods, and one is medicated. Give me a sec. So like I was saying, while I do love a good olive eye, I'm not such a big fan of an emerald eye. I'm a little torn on this shade, however the pattern itself, beautiful. Alrighty, so from Santa Cruz we are popping on over to Stockholm, and if I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not a very long flight, at least color-wise. These are really similar. So they have that same kind of limbal ring that's a little bit darker than the rest of the shade. Then this one transitions into a bluey tealy shade, then into kind of like a hazily shade in the middle. The best way that I can explain these is if you've ever owned the Siesta Romance India, it's kind of like the ultra moist version of that. It's got a little bit more blue kind of leading into that hazily interior, but that's kind of where they land. Now, the one thing I will say is very similarly to the Santa Cruz ones is that throughout the day, or at least when these settled into my eyes, I did find that they went a little bit more blue than they did hazel, which kind of hurt my feelings because I love the hazily part, and the blue not necessarily my favorite, but the way that this kind of like lays with the shade of my skin, I actually feel like it works a little bit better than the green ones. Ooh! So for a bit of a comparison, I actually went ahead and did a side-by-side close-up of these in natural light. And as you can see, I think it's the right side. Listen, I don't know how my camera records, and I don't know how this is going to end up on YouTube, but one of the sides is clearly more greeny and yellowy, and the other side has more of that bluey, hazily blend vibe. So do me a huge favor and let me know down in the comments below which one you preferred on me. I think I'm sticking with the Stockholm. That's where my heart is right now. So as a little bit of an example of what's going on behind the camera, this is what's distracting me the entire time. These two monsters. See them? No. Choose love. Don't choose violence. Okay, so closing things out, we have the final style in the Signature collection. This one features a little bit more of a blended limbal ring than the previous variation, and then the striations in this one, while it does have some really cool opacity shifts that they do with it, it's more linear than some of the Y's and V's. They do have some like V's, but they're not as intense of a V. Speaking of not intense, we're going to be taking a look at Toulouse, I believe. These are the ones? Yes. And as you can see, you can't really see them in my eyes. This one has a darker limbal ring that fades into this kind of like corally orange tone that just kind of melts into my own natural eye color. Now, if you are looking for something to just accentuate your eyes and brighten them, give them a little bit more of warmth, this is absolutely fantastic. However, me personally, when I put in contact lenses, I want them to put in some work. And this one just feels like it kind of went on vacation and got a nice tan. It's a nice tan, but you know, I need a little more effort. Now, I'm sure Color CL wouldn't just produce a shade to produce a shade, so there must be a market out there for these. However, I'm just not the target demographic. So last but definitely not least is the Ultra Moist in London, and these are freaking perfect tonally. So they have that gray in there, but they do have a little bit of that warm beige to kind of make sure that it doesn't go blue. I've worn these a ton and I was like, let me see, are you going blue? Are you doing a weird color shift on me? No, they're that perfect like concrete tone. I just wish that they were in the previous pattern style rather than this style. Not that this style is bad, because I feel like the striations in this one and the way that the tone works, it doesn't necessarily need all of that. But you know what? If they did, that would probably be my perfect lens. These aren't my #1 gray lenses pattern-wise. However, tonally and comfortability, oh, they're up there. They're definitely the most comfortable by far of all of the gray lenses. Not that the other ones are uncomfortable, but I'm just saying, you know, I like the construction, formula, layout, flavor, variant that they've got going on with these ones. Regardless, you guys know that I am gray biased, so unless that these were one of those gray lenses that turned blue, this was definitely going to be a thumbs up for me. Alrighty, so that about does it for my review of Color CL's Ultra Moist Edition. I absolutely love the way that these are made because they definitely sit very comfortably in the eye, and I can only cross my fingers that maybe they revisit some of their old styles like Romance India. I've been getting a lot of compliments on that one at work recently, so if they made that into an Ultra Moist, you know I'm going to be buying some of that, or some of the Halo series, my little Halo grays. Ooh, I would love that as well. Just putting it out there, you know, Color CL, if you're listening, that's something to like have as a bug in your ear. A bug in your ear? Is that a saying? I don't know. Regardless, my recommendations for these ones are definitely gonna be Stockholm, at least I think Stockholm, or do you guys think Santa Cruz? I think Stockholm at this moment, and then of course London. I feel very European in all of this. Regardless, that about does it for me for now. Don't forget to use my code ROB10 at checkout to get 10% off of your purchase, and as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your body. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Bye, bye, bye.